For those of you who don't know, this is Brookhaven. The map looks like this, but I recently gained access to the first version of Brookhaven, and you can see that everything here was completely different. We have new fast food places here, and a lot of things that were completely removed from Brookhaven. And I want to test everything today because I finally got access to this version of the game that I've always wanted. For that, I called my friend who will help me do this. He said in the chat, let's go! So let's go! But first I want to compare the two versions and see the differences they have. So, I'm going to get a car on the right, which is going to be exactly this one, because this car is really good. I'll set it to max stage, turbo 3, and now my car looks really cool. So, starting here with the first location of all, I want to see what the restaurant used to be like. He said in the chat, why did they remove that restaurant? It was really good. That's true. For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, it's because in this version of Brookhaven, we had this restaurant that was completely removed. I said in the chat, follow me. Perfect, I'm in this game, and my friend just joined it. He said in the chat, wow, this is really weird. True, the game is really weird because, guys, this is my first time playing the first version of Brookhaven, and you can see that everything here was completely different, even the stores and also the hospital. I want to compare the two versions, the new version of Brookhaven and also the old version of the game. But guys, coming here in the back, you can see that we have a message saying here, welcome to the people who join the game. It explains how to play the game, and it's very interesting. Nowadays, Brookhaven doesn't have this anymore at the start of the game. You can see that there are no signs teaching you how to play Brookhaven. He said in the chat, hey, let's check out that restaurant. So let's go, because I really want to see that. And guys, you can see that this restaurant looks very different. It's a restaurant that used to be in Brookhaven, but it was completely removed. And the coolest thing of all is that it has secrets, which is something I didn't expect to find in the game. Because coming here in the back, for those of you who don't know, we have the part where you make food. But if I go exactly here, we have this secret passage where I can just go up here and access a secret place. And here we have Doritos and also soda. But guys, going back here, we have this room, which is really interesting, and it has some secret stuff. But guys, leaving here, we have this part where I can even go up here, which is something I'm sure you didn't know. But guys, my friend is coming up ahead, and he just noticed that we have this huge skate park here that was removed from Brookhaven, and this one is much better than the current skate park in the game, because that one is really ugly, while this one is just really beautiful and complete. But guys, my friend is coming up ahead on this mountain, and on this mountain, for those of you who don't know, there's a big secret here, because we have a totally secret room, and here you can see a very small version of Brookhaven, which I want to check out with you later. But guys, now I want to see the horse stable, because for those of you who don't know, it used to be very different. You can see that, actually, it used to be right here. Also, there are two things here that were completely removed. This building was removed, and also this one. If I go to the current Brookhaven, the horse stable is right here in front, and you can see that it's very simple. We don't have the same things here as we did before, because before it was much prettier, but it seems like over time, it got worse. He said in the chat, hey, let's check out that abandoned house. So let's go! But guys, I have admin commands that I can use in the game. I'm going to type this command, and now I have super speed. But guys, I'm coming to this house because I want to see what has changed the most. You can see that here we have the same things as always, because in the current version of Brookhaven, this house is exactly the same. It really hasn't changed. The only difference is that in the old version of Brookhaven, this house was less destroyed. It was actually a really nice house, but it was completely destroyed over time. It used to look exactly like this, but now it looks like this, really ugly. But guys, another thing that changed, but to see this, I'm coming up here in front, and you can see that several stores were totally different. We had a restaurant here, but the stores used to be right here, in a completely different location than today, because nowadays there are new stores here, and in this area, there's nothing anymore. We also have stores in this area, so a lot has changed. But here we have a store that was completely removed, and coming here, for those of you who don't know, this is basically a laundromat. You can see there's a secret path here that you can enter, this totally secret base. In fact, it's the same as before. Literally nothing has changed. We also have this secret store, which has nothing upstairs. We have this other one with a second floor, with a lot of interesting things here. We also have the bank, and the bank used to be very different. It even had this secret button, and I don't know what it does. So, I'm coming here to press it to see if I can figure out what this button does. My friend also came here, but look, there's a button here, but when I press it, nothing happens. My friend is also pressing it, and the door doesn't open. But you can see that the second floor is exactly like this, really beautiful. Guys, there was a computer here with a very interesting screen. It says here, Brookhaven Bank, really different. He said in the chat, wow, it really was very different. True, it really was. But guys, I'm leaving here because I want to see more secrets in this version of Brookhaven. Coming here in front, for those of you who don't know, we have the mechanic shop here, and coming inside, there's a really cool secret. If I go exactly to this part, there's a secret location, and I have to go down here, and we have a totally secret place, which was even removed from Brookhaven. And you can see that this is the police station, and the police station used to be very different. But for those of you who don't know, coming to this part, we have access to a totally secret house. This house, for those of you who don't know, is the agency. You can see that it used to be very different, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's one of the biggest mysteries we have in Brookhaven, because coming here to this mountain, I can access the secret room of the agency. But back in the day, Brookhaven even had a house here, and you can see that inside we had the FBI, with a room just for the FBI. FBI. There was also the judge and the mayor, and by going up here, we have a room just for him, which is really beautiful. But this house was completely removed from Brookhaven, maybe because it was kind of ugly, or maybe because the owner of Brookhaven changed his mind and doesn't want this house in the game anymore. He said in the chat, "Wait, come here. Guys, I just got here, but I don't know what he's doing." Okay, he's looking at this secret tunnel in the game. He said in the chat, "Did this thing really exist in the old version of Brookhaven?" Yes, it really did. I can prove this because, for those of you who don't know, by looking at the game's social media, we have the oldest photo of Brookhaven, and here you can see that there's a lot of different things. But this version of Brookhaven is very similar to this one. It's basically the same, except the version I'm playing is the first one of all, while this version here is a bit more updated. But guys, you can see that we have the hotel here. It used to be very different. It was green, while in the current version of the game, it's exactly like this, and it's also in this area. We also have here this totally secret room, which I'm sure you've never seen before. I'm flying here with my admin powers, and I'm going to teleport my friend here. Perfect, he's here. But now I'm going to type this secret command, and he's just going to start flying. But guys, this house, for those of you who don't know, is actually the television channel, and you can see that it used to be very different. It was much prettier. In the most recent version of Brookhaven, I have to come here to the mall to see this door, and then I have to go up here, and we have the television channel, which really changed a lot of things. We also have the lake here, which used to be exactly like this. It didn't even have the waterfall, which in the current Brookhaven version is exactly like this. But I noticed there's a secret thing here, which is basically the secret mountain of the game, which even looks like a volcano. This mountain was also very different back in the day, because it really looked like a volcano, but it was actually revealed that no, unfortunately, it's not a volcano, it's just a regular mountain. This mountain in the game also looks really bad. It's definitely much worse than it is today. He said in the chat, "Hey, I want to fly, please." Guys, should I let him fly? I don't know if I should, but I'll make him fly. You can see he's going to that part, and he just disappeared. But now I'm coming to the school, because I want to see what the school used to be like. Getting close, you can notice it was much simpler. There were no bathrooms, and there was even a room here that was removed. There was also a study area, and a lot of different things. The gym was exactly like this. But coming to the hospital, for those of you who don't know, not much changed here on the top floor. It's actually very similar to the most recent version of Brookhaven, because you can see a lot has changed. But when entering this secret room, you can see it's very similar to the old version of Brookhaven. Everything here was very similar. The hospital was exactly like this. There were some things very different, but it was very similar to the version of Brookhaven we know. He said in the chat, "Hey, teleport me. I'm in the middle of nowhere." Okay, I'll type this secret command, and now he's here. But now I'm coming here in front, and you can see that there's no town hall in the game, which is exactly this house. There's this room that was completely removed. There was also this restaurant that's no longer in the game. It was basically removed. He said in the chat, "Wait, follow me." Guys, I don't understand what happened, but I'll follow him. It looks like he's coming here in front, but I'll make him fly. He flew out and fell on the other side of the map. Guys, I'm following him, but it seems like he's coming to this mountain. He said in the chat, "Is there a secret here?" Unfortunately, there isn't. In the older version of Brookhaven, there was nothing here. There really weren't many secrets in the game. This bridge was exactly like this, really very different, and you could also get houses here. But guys, you can see that under the map, we have some secret things here. There's a lot of weird stuff under here that I'm sure you've never seen before. This is basically a room that's on fire, really very strange. The cemetery didn't exist back in the day. Actually, there was this thing here, which is very weird. The back of the school was exactly like this. It was very strange because there was a bridge that passed over here, and the soccer field was right here. Really very strange. But guys, this tunnel, for those of you who don't know, it was exactly like this. It was a tunnel that didn't serve any purpose, because there was nothing to do. Literally nothing. He said in the chat, "Hey, you should put a more recent car in this version." That's true. I took exactly this car, and I'll place it right here. Guys, now in my game we have this car, which is a car that's in the current game. I'm driving it here to see this old version of Brookhaven. Guys, everything here was really strange and different back in the day. My car can't go up this part, but now I'm coming here in front because I want to see everything that changed. He said in the chat, "Maybe the mountains." Really, the mountains changed a lot. But guys, you can see that now. In this older version of Brookhaven, we have this thing here, and in the current game, it was replaced and turned into the beach, which is really much better. Everything in this game was very different. Now I'm going to jump over this part, and it worked. But guys, under the map, you can notice there's a lot of secret things. We have events that were removed from Brookhaven, and also totally secret rooms. But now I'm going to type the secret command, and everyone will come here. I brought a lot of people to see the old version of Brookhaven. You can see that we have this horse stable, which was totally different, and in this part, we have this totally secret room, which I'm sure people didn't know about. In fact, they're seeing this secret room, which was really awesome. And now, everyone is seeing everything that was in this old version of Brookhaven that they didn't know about. And guys, if you want to add me here on Roblox, just click on the member button, and I'll add you here on Roblox.